Do you know just how terrifying it was when Wang Lin, after reaching the Ascendant Realm, merged once again with his true body? That level of power not only left the all-seer Tian Yunzi utterly dumbfounded, but even the three moves of Ling Tianhu were effortlessly neutralized by Wang Lin. So, after merging with his true body, just how far did Wang Lin's strength truly reach? Ever since Wang Lin separated his two bodies on the heaven-defying planet, his true body completely concealed itself deep within the planet's core, leaving only the clone to venture out into the world. The true body's appearances were exceedingly rare, but this was by no means due to cowardice. On the contrary, it represented Wang Lin's highest survival principle. This was because the cultivation path of an ancient god was fundamentally different from that of ordinary cultivators. Ancient gods had to bury themselves deep within the planet's heart, absorbing vast quantities of spiritual energy to undergo transformation, tempering their physical bodies to the absolute limit. Their ancient god power was endless, comparable to a walking weapon of destruction. The clone, however, was different. It cultivated Tao intent and immortal energy, possessing ever-changing methods and ruthless decisiveness. Naturally, the clone was also responsible for venturing outside, seizing resources and accumulating experience. All insights in life and death trials would eventually flow back into the true body. Meanwhile, the true body cultivated in complete seclusion, cutting off all contact with the outside world. It was not until Wang Lin was gravely injured and rendered unconscious by the blood ancestor in the wuxia immortal realm that the hidden true body finally revealed its sharp edge for the first time. At that moment, the true body's strength was only that of a 3-star ancient god. And yet upon revealing itself, it directly triggered a heavenly tribulation upon the blood planet. Heaven and earth trembled. Lightning tore through the void. Under the might of the tribulation, the blood planet was completely annihilated, reduced to nothing but dust. Amidst this devastation, Wang Lin seized the opportunity to break through, stepping firmly into the Yang realization realm. Using Yao Jixue as leverage, he forced the blood ancestor into despair and sealed him within the soul flag, finally bringing his long-awaited revenge to its end. With the crisis resolved and all debts settled, the true body did not linger. It silently withdrew once more into the depths of concealment, returning to isolated cultivation, as if nothing had ever happened. This overwhelming appearance, capable of destroying a planet and subduing an ancient powerhouse, was in the grand scheme of Wang Lin's path nothing more than a brief interlude. The true climax arrived 100 years later, when Wang Lin returned from the La Tian star domain to the Vermilion Bird Planet. At that time, the Vermilion Bird Planet was under attack by experts from beyond the realm, teetering on the brink of destruction. Wang Lin, already at the early Kuinie realm, returned as a savior, even subduing the Great Head Child, another cultivator of the same realm. However, this also caused him to be targeted by the slaughter domain of the Cultivator Alliance, as Wang Lin's existence posed an immense threat to them. They dispatched Yu Fei, a mid-stage Kuinie realm cultivator, and to ensure absolute success, he brought along 6 early-stage Kuinie realm clones to jointly hunt down Wang Lin. Yet what Yu Fei never expected was that Wang Lin would turn around and head straight for the cultivation site of his true body. By then, the true body had already come extremely close to becoming a 4-star ancient god. The two bodies instantly overlapped and fused into one. When Yu Fei caught up, he was completely stunned. His 6 clones were casually annihilated by Wang Lin with a mere gesture. Terrified out of his wits, Yu Fei turned to flee. But Wang Lin destroyed him on the spot with a single finger, erasing both body and soul. This incident completely shocked the entire slaughter domain. For countless years, no one had dared to strike back against them so boldly. And yet this was only the beginning. Later, Wang Lin joined forces with Qing Shui to battle Ji Qiantian of the Cultivator Alliance. Because Ji Qiantian had been devoured and controlled by Wang Yue within the body of ancient god Luo Chen, he had become nothing more than a puppet. After killing the puppet Ji Qiantian, they discovered that within his body was hidden a single star of ancient god power belonging to Luo Chen. Wang Lin's true body devoured this star, advancing to become a 4-star ancient god. Afterward, Wang Lin challenged Luo Chen, who had degenerated from an 8-star ancient god to a 5-star ancient god. After a grueling battle, Wang Lin emerged victorious. However, both of them were subsequently targeted by the Moon Clan from beyond the realm. In an attempt to escape pursuit, Luo Qin shattered 3 of his ancient god stars, yet still could not avoid being captured. Before his death, he bestowed his remaining 2 stars upon Wang Lin, allowing Wang Lin to advance directly to a 5-star ancient god. So, just how terrifying was Wang Lin's strength at this point? To put it simply, it was absolute flawless fusion. This was by no means a simple 1+1. Rather, it was a complete compensation of each other's weaknesses, forming a perfect whole without any flaw. Afterward, Wang Lin returned to the heaven-defying planet, and his arrival alone caused everyone present to be utterly stunned. Not only had his cultivation reached the early Kuei realm within just a few short years, but his identity as an ancient god also made old monsters such as the All-Seer and Ling Tianhu dare not act rashly. In the end, for the sake of the immortal estate token, Ling Tianhu put forward a decisive condition. Wang Lin would have to endure 3 of his attacks. Only by surviving those 3 strikes would he prove himself worthy to accompany them to the cave abode of the immortal Emperor Qing Lin. Wang Lin understood this all too well. Those 3 attacks were no ordinary techniques, nor were they tests meant to gauge strength. They were true killing moves. Trump cards Ling Tianhu had meticulously prepared for the day he would face the All-Seer himself. Each strike carried the intent to erase existence, to shatter both body and soul. To withstand them was not merely a trial of cultivation, but a direct challenge to death itself. Yet in the end, those 3 fearsome strikes moves meant to decide life and death were received by Wang Lin with utter calm. There was no explosion of power, no earth-shattering clash, no frantic defense. He stood there unmoving and casually resolved them one after another, as if he were merely brushing aside dust. In that moment, every so-called old monster present fell into dead silence. No one dared to speak. No one dared to doubt, because they all understood. This was no longer a matter of cultivation realm, but a difference in existence itself. Later, upon entering the land of monster spirits, Wang Lin finally severed all ties with the All-Seer. What followed was no mere disagreement, but a complete and irreparable break. Forced into a corner, the once unfathomable old monster had no choice but to unleash the first Heaven Man Decline tribulation, a power he had never intended to reveal so soon. And from this alone, one could already glimpse the terrifying truth. After fusing with his 5-star ancient god true body, Wang Lin had reached a level of strength so profound, so overwhelming, that even legends were no longer enough to describe him. If you enjoy my way of explaining and storytelling, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really motivates me to keep creating.